Yes, the sales will be declining and the world ending come summer. Or at least that's how us on eBay seem to feel sometimes about the summer and what we call the summer slowdown. Let's talk about that season right now. Welcome everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Josh, and if you've sold on eBay for more than a year, you are probably aware that the summertime is a slow time for sales. And typically I feel all doomy and gloomy every time the summertime comes around in relation to my eBay store, because I sell lots of clothes. And clothes don't tend to move as much in the summer because people are wearing less of them. They're wearing bathing suits, and they probably have 1 or 2, maybe 3 bathing suits, and that's about all they need. And if they bought stuff in the summer, they bought it in the spring. Of course, we've been in the pandemic mode, so last summer was very different than perhaps other summers. People weren't going out as much, people weren't buying as much stuff, or at least not clothing, because why buy a new dress or a new pair of shoes when nobody will ever be able to see it because you can't leave your house? Now, they did buy lots of athletic wear, like athleisure stuff and leggings and stuff like that, but by and large, we saw a pretty significant dip last summer. I think we lost about 35% of our normal monthly sales, which is about 15% deeper than normal summer slowdown at about 20%. So after the summer, the third and fourth quarter typically pick up with clothing sales as people are preparing for winter, Christmas time, and all those things. And in the spring, they start buying for summer. Now, with the world reopening, mandates coming down, people are going out, planning vacations, bookings for cruise lines are way up, the vaccination is going out, so people feel a lot safer going out, and all this money from stimulus is going out. Could we see an opposite effect that summer normally has, at least on the apparel side of things, creating a demand increase through the summer rather than a decrease? Now, nobody can tell you for sure what consumer trends are going to happen, but if you look at overall markets, people are talking about 10% GDP growth in the second quarter, at the end of the second quarter, into third quarter. People are talking about cruise bookings that are to the max because people have been tired of being cooped up and pent up. So is all this pent-up demand that could get released in the summer as people start going out, could that actually do the opposite to the online market? Now, not every category is connected to one another and connected to certain market trends. Last year, we saw the stay-at-home buy, things that were important for people staying at home, athleisure, groceries, stuff like that. All of that stuff did super well in the market. Remember, in the early of the pandemic, we had lots of problems finding barbells to work out, so people were selling those for crazy amounts of money. Webcams, because people were working from home. So all that stuff went up during that period because the demand was very specific for those. The demand for that stuff isn't as high now, so don't expect that there'll be a run on webcams as the world starts reopening. Now, but with certain categories like clothing, apparel, shoes, stuff like that, will we see a bump in the summer because people are actually going out? I'm actually thinking we might. Now, this could be interesting because the market doesn't normally play out that way. But with everything going on, all this combination of factors, maybe in some of these specific categories, you might. Of course, that's just a hope and a prayer and maybe wishful thinking. But what do you do to prepare for the summer slowdown if none of that actually really manifests in an increase in the categories you sell in? Now, a good way to prepare for the summer slowdown is to diversify, because not every category goes down in the summer. If you think about it, there are certain things that will probably stay pretty strong in the summer. Stuff like specific summer clothes and bathing suits and things related to summer. Pool noodles, you can't have enough of those, right? If you're selling pool noodles, that's probably your like prime time, sales season. But I don't sell pool noodles, so what do I know? So anyway, you want to diversify what you're selling. I primarily sell clothing, and specifically vintage clothing. The vintage part actually stays relatively uniform, though I might sell more t-shirts and less jackets and coats. I normally can offset a little bit based on that. But overall, we're going to get less clothing sales because people aren't buying clothing as much. They're going out and buying ice cream. They're going out and renting a boat. They're going out and flying to Cancun. Now, the reason why I'm thinking about the summer slowdown now, even before spring, is because every year I try to learn a new category to look for and to try to start selling in prior to the summer slowdown to add to our knowledge base. Now this year we're going to try to diversify into sports cards and Pokemon cards. My brother-in-law Mike from Geek Fam, we've decided to start taking it a bit more serious, and we're going to be flipping and buying sports cards and Pokemon. Doing all sorts of different things, learning how the market works and where the value is and how to sell it. We've actually started a whole new eBay store to just do those things called Slam Sports and TCG. Now, one of the reasons we're into this right now is because the market's super hot and there's a lot of attention on sports cards. We like it ourselves personally as our own hobby, but this is a way that we can make some money doing it. There's lots of sports card shows and buyouts from Facebook Marketplace or from local yard sales and stuff that we have already gotten ourselves into and made some money doing it. And the nice thing about the trading card market is that it doesn't ebb and flow as much in terms of sales volume. So in the summertime, we're still coming off of like the NBA specifically having their championships in June. So we're gonna have some of that wave to ride through the summer, and we can find rookie cards and sell those and start turning out some more sales to a broader market than we previously did with just clothes. Now, another way to prepare for the summer slowdown is to list more. And of course that seems to go without saying, yeah, duh, list more, you're gonna make more, right? Okay, but in this situation, you want to get as much stuff up there because the spring is full of yard sales. You're going to go out to yard sales, aren't you? You're going to go out to yard sales, you're going to buy stuff. People are cleaning out the closet. A lot of donations to thrift stores. If that's how you're getting stuff online, you're going to go and find those things. Get those up as fast as possible. Because what you're going to do is you're going to give yourself as many opportunities to make a sale as possible so that at least if you see a decline, it's very minimal. You can offset it by the volume. And you'll always feel better about it when you've got double your listings and you got through the summer and it's did all right, and you have all those listings prepared for them to be purchased in the third quarter and the fourth quarter. Another way to prepare and to sort of help keep your sales consistent through the summer is just take a lower offer. Don't be super uppity about your price. Take the offer, get the sale. It may not be as high as it could go in the third and fourth quarter, but you need to look at your overall sales rather than just your individual. If you focus too much on, well, I didn't get the price I wanted for that particular item, well, that's a bummer. I'm sorry you didn't. I wish you did. And but if you're focusing on that too much, you're gonna miss the fact that you missed your total sales goal for the whole month, and maybe be in a pickle because of that. Now, another thing to do is just simply prepare financially. Get your ducks in a row, put some money aside, because you might not get as much sales through the summer. And one of the things that is frustrating when you don't have liquid cash to actually do stuff with is you can't buy more stuff. If you're stuck with a bunch of inventory that hasn't sold, you can't buy for opportunities that you might find through the summer. Because people are traveling, people are donating, people are doing yard sales. You want to be as liquid as possible so you can take advantage of that going into the third and fourth quarter. So that works by taking money now, setting it aside, making sure you have a rainy day fund or a big buy fund, something you can pull on when the monthly sales are, not looking as great. So these 4 ways are not all of the ways that you can prepare for the summer slowdown, but they are important. And I think the most important being is diversify what you're selling so you're selling in more categories that aren't as dependent upon seasonality. Then get your listings up. Get as many as you can prior to that season to give you the broadest opportunity to make a sale. Then keep your pricing competitive, because there will be a race to the bottom. Just make sure that you're winning. And then you want to save as much as you can now and have that set aside so that you can have buying opportunities and that you don't, miss bills because you expected income that's no longer coming in because of the seasonality of what you're selling. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. A few notes before you go. We are changing our publishing schedule to Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and we may not be able to do Mystery Bag Mondays anymore because I'm not finding as many of those rag bags, and I think it has to do with the fact that we were in the winter and t-shirts aren't a big sale in the winter, so they're probably just bagging them and selling them all together. The summer may be a bit different, again, seasonality. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.